They had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quick release on the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When you're undefeated league champion.
And he's running in the open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn! They strike first in that opening drive of the season. Could not have gone back.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road. This is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players. We've seen that before. There was no hesitation. They drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they're the stadium.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Here's the handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this.
They get it up, rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. Bringing it out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Buys a little time. Let's it fly. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
Johnson wants to throw it. They're bringing heat. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And on money down defensively, we got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Touchdown, Texas! What a catch and run for 6.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. And you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
About to kick it off after punching it into the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On second down, they'll take to the air.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that pass is intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it. You can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Fires on the move. It's Gordon. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season. On point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
And the Hokies will move the sticks with the first down.
It's a really good looking run there. And think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Got his man. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
On the move is the 30. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Look, at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but finally break off a big run there. that could be the play they need to really...
He makes a grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them jump off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Easy. Dropping back, it's Watson. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Striving for the goal line. Loose football. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays. Make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people around you dive, and make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And here comes the offense on second down. Using his legs, it's Gibson. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Looking to throw for it. He makes the connection. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. The tag. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks up the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Unloads to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. He's going to fire deep. And they took a shot.
The receiver.
Make the connection, it's incomplete. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. And they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step.
Snags it inside the 20. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion. possession before the defense brings him down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Texans!
And this offense gets on the board in the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. The Super Frog was flexing all game too, as complete a win as they've had for some time.
They'll leave it with him.
Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
On the set.
They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down.
42 Spider.
Might as well give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Let's go.
Scanning the field, it's Watson. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Got a man in the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Comes out throwing on first down. And that pass picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
He wants to throw. He lets one fly deep. And he makes the grab at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding Vander. Tell you what, he's the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game. He can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Virginia 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. A huge play, and they get it all the 5-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner. He got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
What a great stick on the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. He didn't want to throw the football. Made it easy for the defender to run underneath. Great interception.
On first down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Manning. Trying to get to him. Got his man out of the backfield. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Spider, go!
Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. It's him in stride inside the 10. And he'll eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and move them down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To the air, it's Watson. Finds his back in the middle. Jumped on top of the pile.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to a running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
These situations in football come up all the time. You practice them all throughout the week. Short yardage, gotta have it situations. I am not bringing my punt unit on the field. I gotta bow up, prove out to my team, to my unit, to everybody out there, I can get this first down. Let's go.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it up at 25. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Looks as if we are set to crank it up here in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. The hand to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime trailing in this game was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Looking to go up top on first down. Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Lowers those pads. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and time.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down to make sure that's an incompletion.
Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a first down.
Let's go!
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Hokie! Ball in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt has been almost unstoppable today offensively. Between the game plan and the play calling and the execution, it's been near perfection. They're up by 25 over Fresno State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, he set his offense up at the 30.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that case. And a lot of times, in great position, you sit there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Myers on the move. Complete downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo.
Freedom. Black 24. Black 24.
Looking for a man. It's Watson. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. But a nice job by the defender just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech. He would not be denied.
And step number one when you want a great running back, someone who runs angry and continues to break tackle after tackle. This guy was unbelievable on that rush.
I don't know, David, this defense was ready for this guy. They got to do a better job as the game goes on, getting more hats to the football, because it's obvious now it's not going to be just one guy who brings him down. They've got to get extra hats to the football to stop his rushing attack.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Texas offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field, score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. Or should have ran a better route.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
325.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Quickly complete. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30.
Flag. Hawk. Gaucho. Gaucho. Hornet. Hornet.
They keep attacking through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Hokie. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. They thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
These guys can play offense, too. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, man.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took it.
Going over the top. And he's got it inside the 35. This senior knows just when to strike, and he comes loose for a big play there. Burn Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Ready up.
Yeah, and making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On the move, he fires. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's going for a big play downfield. Snags it down the right side. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Igloo. Igloo.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Jackrabbit.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone is Heath. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Quarterback checking off. He'll start this drive firing. And they can't make the connection. The Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward. Because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
And the Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4.
Get set, get set.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Ready,
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
42, spike.
The give as they work on that clock.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Ready up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Set, hut.
Wide out in motion. On the move, it's Gibson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. The give out of the gun. And it's on the ground. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them crawling. You do whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick it away to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
We waited so long to start the season.